Okay, now we started. So thank you everyone for joining with us today on Discord and X and also YouTube. So today workshop we have a special guest. This our sponsor for Solana Super Game Jam, Play Solana, and Pedro is here with us today to share more information, maybe some alpha and let's see. Uh, can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, of course. Good afternoon to everybody. I'm living in Portugal right now, but I think I don't know if it's good morning, good evening, good afternoon for you guys. My name is Pedro Camargo. I'm a Brazilian Portuguese. Uh, I work for PlaySolana as a blockchain and backend game developer, but actually I'm as well in the front end. I'm a software developer for PlaySolana. I'm developing the PlaySolana Origins, the prior to launch game that will be launched with PSG1, and I'm the one that created the software development kit for to integrate the PSG1 to Unity game engine. Uh, can I start or okay? So well, I need to share my screen. Uh, Wait. What I mean? No, wait. Okay, nice. Well, I'm the one that created the software development kit for Unity, but this workshop won't focus just on Unity. I know you guys are developing games, and we shouldn't limit ourselves to just one game engine. So that's what I'm going to talk here. What's PSG1? I assume you know what's PSG1, of course, but I'll just do a quick explanation what's PSG1. I'll then head to PS1 specs, which is really important to integrate your game to PS1. You need to know about the DPI, screen resolution, and other stuff. Firmware input hands-on example. This will be a cool hands-on example. I'll teach you like how to troubleshoot or debug your PS1 once you have it in your home, or I don't know if you for example, the SDK will be just for Unity that we developed. But if you want to contribute to us and develop a way to integrate your game using another game engine, for example, there's I know there's people developing an SDK to Game Maker Studio, so it's easier to integrate your game to PS1 there. However, uh, we already test our firmware, so you can use Unity or whatever game engine. You just need to maybe it's good to know about some theory of firmware so you can understand how to adapt your game. Okay, so I have this firmware input hands-on example. I think you can see my mouse. Okay, uh, and then we're going to play Solana-Unity SDK. Again, it's for Unity, but this can be important to you. So take notes, even it's if you're not using Unity. How to adapt your game to PS1 input. This will be an example of how to install and stuff. And to finish the workshop, I'll present to you how to build your game to production. Okay, so let's cook. I separated some links here in the right. Let's start with this one. So, what's PSG1? It's here. PSG1 is the first handheld device built for on Solana. So you can create your game in for Solana and just play it with a hardware wallet inside of it, and that's it. That's PSG1. It will be launched soon, and It has a octa-core RAM CPU, 80 gigabytes of RAM, and 128 gigabytes flash storage. This means, of course, you can't develop a GTA 6 for PlaySolana, obviously because this is like a smartphone, but in steroids. You can obviously you can do great games, but a GTA 6 it will be really hard to support because GTA 6 will have 300 gigabytes more. So, but have this in mind, okay? Uh, Another thing to pay attention here is PS1 is Android based, okay? This will be really useful for us in the future and soon in this workshop. So take notes, remember this after Android based, okay? So PS1 specs. Let's go to the cool thing. PlaySolana-Unity SDK, simulator. Okay, we have a 3.92 screen size. This is the DPI. What's DPI? DPI is important for you to develop your game, okay? DPI can the elements of the UI can change depending of the DPI of the device, okay? So for example, in the Unity SDK, we have a simulator that simulates this DPI for you, so you don't need to worry about that. In another game engines, you must find a way to simulate this because UI elements of the game or icons, images can change depending of the DPI, okay? Uh, Another thing to pay attention is resolution. If you're making your game to mobile, obviously it won't fit in PS1 because the mobile is like this and PS1 is like a squared. Uh, so uh, you you have to create your game in a 1240 per 8080, and if you don't, probably the game won't be submitted to to the PlaySolana store. So the game must be responsive to this resolution. Okay, it's really important. And the last thing you should take account is the multi-touch screen. Uh, Again, you can use your joysticks or stuff, but the PS1 has the touchscreen. So use this, create your game with this in mind. Obviously, use the joysticks and stuff, but you can use the multi-touch capacitive touchscreen. Okay. Uh, I think okay. Another thing that's cool to know, but out of scope of this workshop, it has a hardware wallet, so you can connect your game to the hardware wallet. But this is for another time. You can ask questions after, but keep this in mind. You can use the hardware wallet. Okay. Well, let's go to the cool thing, the firmware stuff related. Why is this important? Why is it important to know about firmware? We have our Unity SDK where you can develop your game and easily adapt to PS1. But if you're not using Unity, it's good to know about that. Uh, First, I'll connect my smartphone to my computer. Just wait a second. Uh, I don't have my PS1 here in my home, but it's in the office. But with my cell phone, it works as well. Since PS1 is Android based, as you saw before, it behaves as a cell phone. Okay, so okay, once you connect, wait, okay, right. Why am I going to say about that? If we You don't need to know those comments I'm going to write. It's just for me to explain something. My device is connected to my computer, and you can see those devices. Okay. For example, this is the touchscreen. Each one is one hardware piece of my smartphone. Obviously, PS1 will have as well. For example, if I touch my screen, um, it's launching firmware events here. So you can see evabs. Uh, this is the relative position of my finger in the screen. Uh, you don't need to know that. Just one thing is, how does firmware work? In the firmware, we have like the hardware stuff from your PS1 or smartphone launches events to the game engine you're using. Uh, and PS1 has a pattern that it follows the industry based for joysticks. It's gamepad androids. It behaves like an Android gamepad. So if you're not using Unity, keep this in mind. Uh, you're developing a game to an Android gamepad, and in your game engine, probably will have a documentation about that, explaining uh, input systems to work for example, PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4. You can to if you're not using Unity, you can create your game based on an Xbox controller or PS4 controller, and probably it will work in PSG1. And if your game engine has a an Android gamepad, it 100% for sure that it will work in the PS1. Okay, so this is stuff that you don't need to know. It's really low level. We had to I had to learn this. I had to look for this for like 4 weeks straight to learn about those events, because we were having some issues with connecting the joystick to PS1. So we had to create that software development kit to debug and troubleshoot the PS1 firmware and fix it. Fortunately, everything is fixed, so it's easier for you to adapt your game to PS1. You just need to follow the standards of the industry, and it's fine. Just create your game based on a controller, default controller, and probably work in the PS1. Okay, uh, that's it. Uh, Let me quit this. For example, the PS1 as well launches those events because this is a touchscreen event. And okay, you don't need to know that, it's just a curiosity. And but this is good knowledge to have if you're going to adapt your game not using Unity. Okay, well, if you someone has a doubt, I don't know if I have access to the chat, but anyone can have a question I can answer now or later. But okay, let's go to PlaySolana-Unity SDK. PlaySolana-Unity SDK. If you're not using Unity, don't be mad about with me. It will be important to you as well. So we have a documentation. You can follow this video after, but we'll go through this installation soon. But for now, let's look for the PS1 unit input system. We can this SDK. It makes your game work for PS1. It's simple. Like you just have an option to PS1 in your game engine, and there it is. You just map your keys to PS1. But one thing I have to talk here as well is the input system of PS1, of course. It has a power button. You can't access that in your games. Volume up, volume down. You cannot access them in your game as well. And home button, you cannot access it in your game as well. So the other buttons you can access. We have a D-pad, X, Y, I, B, start button, select button, thumbstick, left. It's the same as, and you have the left three, the L3 and right three, and right one and left one. We don't have the shooters, the that shooters from PS4. Um, so if you map your game to use triggers, change that because it won't work. We just have R1 and L1. Okay. Uh, okay. Uh, Simulator. We have a simulator. Again, it's what I said before. It simulates the DPI and the resolution. It it's really simple. You don't need to worry about anything. Well, I'll do a hands-on example. It's how to adapt your PSG1. I created a blank project in Unity just to show you guys. First, I need to show you the GitHub from the SDK. Uh, it's here. So to install is really simple. You can come here to Window, Package Manager. You need to take this link down, uh, paste here, git URL, stop. Now it's installing. And there it is. You have PlaySolana-Unity SDK installed in your Unity. And what you need to do now is just map your keys to the PSG1. For example, uh, we can come here to Assets, Open Input System. Let's suppose you want to move a player or submit an action. You just come here, add the binding, add binding. Come here to Path, Gamepad, PSG1, and there it is. You have all the controllers and whatever you want to do with the input, you can do. Again, let's attack. I don't know. Binding, path, gamepad, PS1, AX, BI, Y, everything is here for you to. Just don't use those invisible. This is something we have to fix if someone want to contribute in open source. But and there it is. And with this, we have accomplished one thing that's it's integrated to PS1. It's integrated in quotes. You can trigger the PS1 input system, and the player will move or attack, and that's it. Another thing is if you come to here to simulator, it has the PS1. It will come like this. You just type PS1 here, and there it is. It's fine. So uh, now let's head to. Sorry.
Oh, we got a question. What about the OpenCL, OpenGL?
Yeah. What
What about the OpenCL, OpenGL stuff? Uh,
OpenGL? Uh,
OpenGL and OpenCL.
OpenGL, but what? What he wants to know about OpenGL? Oh,
What he's typing.
okay, okay. Ah, okay. He's developing a game in OpenGL.
Like the game usually we consider to create Unreal graphic power or Unity processing graphic.
Okay, I'm reading. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, it's fine. Okay, this is one thing we want to develop soon. Is a way to test if the game works well in the. For example, I think you related to OpenGL stuff, 3D graphics rendering, right? Processing graphics. Okay, so it will be fine to use that unless you just create a GTA 6. You can do 3D games, whatever. It's a normal gaming console. You can do anything you want. Just we want to create a tool that checks if your game is well optimized for the PS1. But the specs from PS1 is fine. It can handle really good graphics. Is your question answered or any more question?
Oh yeah. Someone asked like we can use Lumen if we are working on Unreal.
Okay, okay, fine. Lumen. I don't know what's Lumen. Actually, I didn't use Unreal, to be honest. I was a okay, 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 okay. Oh, use whatever you want. For sure, PS1 will handle it well. It has a good GPU, CPU. Unless you create a GTA 6, but okay. So can I real time? Okay, 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 cool. Okay, let's continue then. So this is the last topic. Uh, it's really simple to integrate your game to PS1. We have a documentation as well. So if you guys have any doubt, just check the documentation. Oh, just one thing for users that are using Unity. Last week we launched a new update that's not in the documentation. Is the glyphs, PSG1 glyphs. You can use this for instructions in game or stuff like press A to interact and stuff. You the others game engines won't have this, but you can contact the team and they can probably share the design. I don't know. I don't have this power to. I'm just a developer, but contact the team and for sure they will help you if you want to use those glyphs instead of writing A or writing B or D-pad down or D-pad up. So let's go to how to build to PSG1. As I said before, PSG1 is Android based. So the Android based system to compile things and play things is using .apks. So that's what you're going to do, but with some nuances, I think. Uh, the main you have to keep in mind two things: is you have to build your game to .apk, and it's fine. You have your game to Android, and it works well. And the other important thing that you must take notes is the architecture of PS1 is ARM64. I think it's actually in the website as well. Uh, yeah, no, but it's ARM64. Just those two things, and the game will work to PS1. So again, let me come here. Uh, if you have any doubt, for example, where is it? 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 Here. The target architecture. When you're building your game to another Android, the target architecture is an array. So what you can do is just select everything, and it will work. The Android operational system does this work for you. I think the .apk will be heavier, but if you have doubts, just put the tree and go on. And that's it. Uh, I think it would be cool if I answer some questions, but that's it. The workshop is basically this. You are able now. You were able to create games to PS1. I think it would be cool to answer questions for people that doesn't create game to Unity. Uh, if you guys have any questions, that are you guys creating games using Unity or using other game engine? That's my doubt. Because if you're using Unity, is way easier for now. And if you want to contribute with us, the team obviously is open to contributions. The SDK is open source. I mean, I don't know how input system works in Unreal. I mean, I'm okay, Unity, but Unreal probably have the input system as well, and I don't know how it works.
You think maybe extend the library and build a new like Unreal SDK like
Yeah, yeah, this would be good. But right now we're focusing in the game itself, and after the launch, we can try to develop more tools. But uh, as I said before as well, there's people helping us in the open source community creating the game studio, game maker studio SDK as well to integrate to PS1. After the launch, obviously we'll try to work in those other game engines, but for now, until the launch of PS1 and delivery, we just focus in developing our game. There are input actions in Unreal which we can start inputting. Yeah, okay. So if you're using Unreal and you have this whatever controller, you I think if you create it for PS4 or PS5, it will work fine in PS1. You don't get to worry about that because the firmware is already set up. Where can I buy it? You can go to our website. I can paste the link here as well. Uh, there it is. And probably 2 months to or one. I don't know. It's Q2, so soon. It's really close to the date to the delivery. He asked for me to see that Real Solana SDK. Okay, this is the SDK to connect to blockchain, right? Okay.
for game jam schedule we update it like we still update it on the announcement channel. and you need to find a team. We will not like put you in a team. If you need to find a team, there's a channel like a team formation that you can share information. But right now, I see like you don't have the hacker role, so you need to like introduce yourself first, and we'll give you the hacker role. So or register on Airtable, and but I think you already in Discord, so just introduce yourself in the meet the community, and then we will give you the hacker role, and then you can look for team. So if that makes sense, is there any discount like
What for PlaySolana?
yeah, they are asking for it like
Oh, you can use my discount count, my
yeah
discount code.
yeah nice yeah. So yeah, good luck.
Wait,
Yeah,
I
so
need to.
congratulations to everyone joining workshop today. You got the discount code.
I'll share my link. Wait, I think it's 20 euros discount.
Yeah,
Probably
that's a lot of money.
20 $20.
Go for some free money.
It's here. You
Oh,
can
I
use
see.
it.
Where is it shipped to? Like,
What?
so can I ship it to Vietnam or like,
Yeah. I mean, I'm not responsible for that. I'm just a developer, but I saw a lot of people asking this. So if the probably the ship will go to Vietnam, but if it doesn't go, you receive your money back. So there's no problem.
yeah,
But it will for
oh,
sure.
okay.
But
So
my
now
discount
it's
code
time.
is mutant.
Okay. So in the end, the shop will have like some mini game for people to win more money. So just for like everyone, like today will be the last day we have this like mini prize. And next week on Monday, we have the most important workshop on this game jam. So remember to join in because I will explain the judging criteria and how the judge will view your project and everything. So on Monday night, yeah, remember to come. Or like we will record it anyway. So, but so now it's a game time. So join the quiz and maybe say you will win again.
How do I enter this? Should I enter this?
Yeah,
I
you can enter it. Yeah.
It's in the QR code. Okay.
Oh, you need the link. I can give you the link.
Yeah, give me the link, please.
Okay, I share the link on Discord chat. So
Thank you.
everyone good? Ready to play? Okay, I think we can start.
Yo, even me, I don't know this. It'll be a shame if I miss that.
Well, we will see your score in the end, your point in the end. Nice. That's one easy. So it's also depend on the speed. So it's not the point, just like not like it's not just correct answer, but also like how fast you click on the answer.
Yeah, I think I missed that. No. This question about Player One NFT is interesting. The game we're developing, PlaySolana Origins, we'll be able to play with it.
Say you again. Okay, Sayu she won like fifth this fifth time she won, and I don't know how it's like. Okay, okay, that's very interesting. Like scoreboard here, like even the developer of Play Solana, like I don't win. Okay,
I was too slow.
okay. Thank you for joining in. So I'm sure like people will have a lot of fun for today workshop. Uh, so it depends on Sayu because I will send the money to Sayu if she want to give it to you guys, and like it depend on her.
I'm
So
fine.
just yeah, just ask Sayu. Okay, thank you everyone for joining in.
Thank you
Oh,
for
oh,
the invite.
can you share your X on Discord? Like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Wait. I'd love to know how are those games going as well. And good luck with the games, guys.
yeah.
It's hard to create games, even blockchain. It's harder.
Okay. Any more question or any more like a thing anyone want to say to Camaro or anything, guys? Or we can end it here tonight.
If you guys have any question after, you can send me a message to on Discord as well. So it's fine. Today is Saturday, so
Mhm. Okay. Thank you, everyone. So thank you for joining in. I'll see you on Monday.
bye bye.
Bye
Thank you
bye.
for the invite.